Alright, Mr. Willis again. Now that you have some video loaded into your project, we need to get that video down into our actual timeline so that we can work with it. So if I go to my project assets, you'll see any video clips. And by the way, it's not just video clips. You can add pictures, audio files. You can add stuff directly from Photoshop. You don't have to save it as an image file first. So lots of different things that you can use for these media clips. And in this case, I want to use this one of me in front of a green screen. Now, sometimes it's okay just to grab the video and drop it right down into the timeline. I'm not going to do that today, though. What I want to do first is I'm going to double click it, and you see how this opens it up in a preview. This is really useful because it lets me trim off maybe bits from the beginning or end that I don't want. And I'm going to go ahead and play this clip here. I'm filming myself filming myself. Yes, you're very impressed with yourself. And as soon as you're done filming... Alright, so I don't really need to see the part of me talking about and when you're done filming. So I'm going to get this right to when I finish doing the... like that. And that's where I want the clip to stop. So what I do, you'll notice I've got this little blue marker here that I can slide back and forth as needed. I'm going to get it right to the point where I want the clip to stop, and then I can right click directly on that little blue triangle there, click on set clip marker, and then choose out. And do you see how it kind of just cut off the rest of that, how only this part is still lit up blue? You can do the same thing on this side. You would just right click, set clip marker, and end. And in fact, this one, I actually don't think I want to cut that much off. And so if you want to adjust it, you can actually grab these down here and adjust a little bit too. Alright, but the idea is this way you get your clip trimmed down to what you actually need, and then you can click right on the middle of your clip here and pull it down into your timeline. Now once it's in the timeline, you can still do lots of different clipping, editing. Oh, by the way, if you get this thing, just click on don't show again and click on no. I'll talk about what that is later. But once the clip's down in here, you can move it back and forth on your timeline as far as when it will appear. If you did trim stuff off, you'll notice when I put my mouse right on the edges, I can actually grab the clip and I can extend it and basically return that bit that I trimmed off. Or if I get it down there and realize I want to trim off some more, I can do the same thing. I can trim off a little bit more. As always, you have an undo button, so you can fix yourself if you accidentally made a mistake. But that's the basics of getting clips in and trimming them. One other little thing here, and let me show you this trick here. You'll notice that this clip is very small, so it's kind of hard to work with. I have a little bar over here that I can zoom in, and that makes even these short clips easier to work with, so I can get right to the point where I want it to stop or end. And the final trick I'll show you, you don't always have to do this, but if you want to cut a clip in two, you get your line right to where you want it to be. You see how whenever I move this, the red line moves, and just click on these scissors, and you see how it's divided that into two different clips. So there's kind of the start of our editing. Have fun.